Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell you the truth about silver. Today is Sunday the 6th of August 2017 and we're providing our gold and silver weekly update for the week ending the 4th of August. Gold fell $11 from $1,269 to $1,258, having hit a high of $1,274 and a low of $1,254. In sterling terms, gold finished the week at £965. That's down £1. And in euros, it closed at €1,069. That's down €11 on the week. Silver fell 43 cents, from $16.71 to $16.28, having hit a high of $16.88 and a low of $16.24. In sterling terms, it closed at £12.49. That's down 23 pence for the week. And in euros, it closed at 13.83 euros. That's down 0.39 euros. The gold to silver ratio rose from 75.94 to 1 to 77.27 to 1. The Dow Jones closed on Friday at 22,092 points, up 66 points on the day and up 262 points on the week. And the NASDAQ closed at 6,351, up 11 points on the day and down 23 points on the week. Brent crude fell 10 cents, from $52.52 to $52.42. And US light crude fell 13 cents, from $49.71 to $49.58. The dollar index stands at 93.54. That's up 0.29 on the week. As we suggested last week, gold initially firmed and in fact rose to a 7-week high, and then fell back as a result of rising treasury yields and a stronger US dollar, further supported by Friday's non-farm payroll report, showing that the US economy added 209,000 jobs in July, while the unemployment rate fell to 4.3%, the lowest since March 2001. With Congress now taking its summer break and President Trump taking his 17-day golfing holiday, we believe that much of the political tension which has kept gold prices artificially high, will wane for the duration of August, and we expect to see lower prices develop. Whilst it is possible that the US Producer Price Index, which will be revealed on the 10th of August, and the US Consumer Price Index, which will be reported on the 11th of August, could have a firming impact, we believe they will impact little on the fall in prices we envisage. Now, it's extremely difficult to forecast exact prices, but we suspect that gold will fall back another $20 to $30 this week and then dip below $1,200 before August is completed. And we believe well below $1,200. Silver followed gold's lead last week but performed more weakly, resulting in a quite firmer gold to silver ratio of over 77 to 1. We see very little reason over the coming weeks for silver to strengthen, and now we believe that the long-awaited fall towards $15 is now on the cards. Yes, there will be volatility. However, the trend over the next 4 weeks will definitely be down, and the $16 level will be broken through very soon indeed. Finally, our reaction to the comments made last week and in previous weeks from our subscribers, and an explanation of what has been happening. The past few months have seen us downscale the number of videos we have produced, and to some extent only covering major incidents and our weekly roundup. Once we move to the inner sanctum, what you are seeing now is what non-paying members will get. What you used to receive, at least one video a day, plus a whole library of information and continuous interaction, plus insights and information not published on CNN or MSNBC or Fox News, is what Inner Sanctum members will receive. Now let us be blunt about this. If you cannot take criticism of your president's actions, the inner sanctum will not be for you, regardless of who that president is. If you cannot take the message that gold and silver prices may actually fall as well as rise, the inner sanctum will not be for you. If you believe that the world is about to end next week or next month, the inner sanctum is certainly not for you. And if you believe the exaggerated and often made-up claims of Alex Jones, the inner sanctum will not be for you. We have information on Donald Trump and most world leaders and opponents, and not only those who have been successful in their elections, that the mainstream media does not cover. However, you do not have to believe what we tell you, though the majority of the information that we will provide will be documented, and the source is mostly visible to see. So far, our videos have only referred to the possibility of Russian collusion, and that the jury is still out. Though we can easily show that President Trump has had numerous dealings with Russian oligarchs and people close to President Putin far earlier than the 2013 Miss Universe pageant. Remember that video we produced under the heading FBI Director Confirms Investigation into Trump-Russia Relations on the 20th of March 2017, where we hinted that Nigel Farage's visit to WikiLeaks Supremo Julian Assange may be more than meets the eye? Well, only last week, UKIP funder and close confidant and friend of Nigel Farage, the prominent Leave campaigner and millionaire businessman Aaron Banks, has been called to Washington to give evidence before the Senate into alleged ties between the Kremlin, Brexit, and Donald Trump's presidential campaign. Why do you think that Congress, which is controlled by Republicans, Donald Trump's party, have introduced measures to prevent the president from replacing his attorney general without congressional sanction while they're on leave? Why do you think, after 6 months, congressmen and senators are now willing and able to defy the president in their voting? Is it because he is draining the swamp? Or is it because he is trying to create an even deeper and more murky one? These are some of the issues we will be getting to the heart of, far earlier than your news media reports. No, we're not the mouthpiece of the New World Order or the establishment. But we are also not sheep who believe something just because we want it to be true. Gold and silver prices will eventually rise. Not necessarily this week or this month, or even particularly this year, as the pumpers or some of our own subscribers would have you believe. Well, not significantly. Whether it's manipulated into its current price or not makes no difference at this moment in time, unless you firmly believe that the manipulation cannot go on any longer. We have to tell you, what manipulation there is can and will go on for some time yet. Forget Peter Schiff and Mike Maloney's assertions that the dam is about to break. They've been saying this for the past 7 years and longer. Some news. The Dow hit 22,000. Something we said will happen last year. And it will even go to 23,000. And the national debt will soon rise to $28 trillion. And the dollar still won't collapse. We will explain why in the Inner Sanctum. Now, finally, let's cover the Inner Sanctum briefly. Those of you who are selected to join will have the first month's membership for just $1, as a thank you for being patient with us, and to enable you to determine without financial sacrifice whether it will be for you. It will be a tiered membership, a pyramid if you will, and it will be launched this year. However, we want it to be as perfect as possible, and we are awaiting the final date from our web designers as to when it can be launched. When we know for sure, we shall let you know, as we want it ready and fully occupied with information before we reveal the date, so that there will be no more embarrassing deferments. So what you are seeing on our YouTube channel now is what free members will always get, and does not reflect a lack of interest on our part, but an acknowledgement that only those who are deserving and willing to contribute and get involved in a constructive manner will be allowed to join the more intensive, responsive and illuminating inner sanctum. So to those of you who are genuinely interested, do not despair or become fatigued, but please just watch out for our announcements. We are confident you will find it worthwhile. However, we will be dealing with the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So be prepared that what you may hear may be things that you may not wish to. We hope you have found this video interesting and informative, and if so, please give it a thumb up and share it on Twitter. Also kindly visit our website at illuminatisilver.com, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe as a free member for regular email updates and offers. Our Facebook page, which is updated regularly, can be found at facebook.com/illuminatisilver. Disclaimer: Illuminati Silver owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, we are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice, and merely represent the personal views of its owners.